It all started back in 1991 when I organized a simple off-site training for the transmission line engineers. At the last minute, we invited a few Idaho Power engineers to join us. Even though there were less than a dozen of us, we realized the benefit of getting to know each other better and sharing ideas and industry knowledge.
You know, it started out as a real homegrown kind of event. It was developed to provide some support for the engineering staffs on both companies, both Idaho Power and Power Engineers and some other companies that were regional. They were trying to learn some new design software that was out there called TLCAD, and then a competitor came along for that software called PLS-CAD. So the conference expanded to include this other competitor, and it just caught fire, and it's just been a big snowball rolling down the hill for the last 29 years. Industry is, using a lot more technology. There's a lot more oversight by other parties. There's a lot more involvement from the public on siting issues. There's a lot more government regulations that have to be dealt with. So all those things have changed, more scrutiny. But it's still sort of the same thing. You're still putting holes in the ground and hanging wire and trying to solve the engineering problems that come along with those situations.
From 30 years of technology to 30 years of projects, let's take a look at some of your major accomplishments over the last 3 decades.
The 96-mile Pauline to Markmore 345 kV transmission line was built to increase system reliability and capacity after NPPD experienced tornado and other storm-related outages.
This project was challenged by the need to design for very high seismic loading criteria, which is no small feat when considering the size and weight of this high voltage equipment.
Due to a combination of strict permitting compliance requirements and stiff public opposition, this project required innovative routing, resulting in a line that porpoised from overhead to underground along the route.
The Ford Island cable runs under Pearl Harbor to connect Oahu to Ford Island. Construction is always a challenge in densely populated residential areas, but even more so on an island with great historical importance.
Challenged by high real estate costs and impressive traffic, Nevada Energy had to fit this project on a tiny 1.6-acre pie-shaped wedge of land between Sinatra Boulevard and Interstate 15.
This project was built along a very narrow and popular bike path winding through heavily forested and hilly terrain.
The New England East-West Solution Project, or NEWS, is one of the largest power delivery projects built in New England during the past 30 years. This challenging project traversed densely populated areas while following a narrow right-of-way containing an abundance of rocky and wetland conditions.
The El Dorado Ivanpah project, which integrates new solar development into the desert Southwest grid, was constructed through a very remote, rocky, mountainous, and environmentally sensitive area along the California and Nevada borders.
Challenges presented by CREZ included coordination among 9 different transmission service providers, the extremes of Texas weather, its often rugged landscape, and multiple reroute requests.
The remarkable CapX 2020 project was built under extreme weather conditions and includes a section of line installed in the unstable clay deposits of an ancient lake bed.
Crossing spans approach 3,800 feet, towers up to 490 feet tall that required H-bow foundations with 25 feet of reveal, needed to rise above the 500-year flood elevation.
A recent transmission line rebuild with a major Canadian utility comprised lots of public consultation as it was built among many high-priced residential homes. Renderings helped stakeholders visualize what the line would look like once built.
Enter the goalpost transmission structures. These yellow, 80-foot tall goalposts are hard to miss and provide an ongoing salute to the birthplace of professional football. Since sharing information is at the heart of PDDC, I'd like to thank our clients and friends for sharing their project stories with us. This is exactly why some of the brightest minds in the industry got together back in 1991 and at every PDDC since, to get to know each other better and to share great ideas and interesting knowledge. Thanks again, and have a great conference.